setting up your autoresponder account is really easy. First thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a list or create a list. I'm just going to go here, click on Create and Manage List. Then from there I'm going to slide over to the right here, click on Create a New List. Okay, now it wants me to type in a list name. I'm going to go ahead and type it in here. Okay, I've just typed in Bob77. It turns green to let you know that no one else has chosen Bob77. So that's going to be the list name for this training. And you can just type whatever you want here in the description. And then we come down here, and in the from field, you want to put your name here. Bob Smith or whatever it is. You can see I have my name there, and then your email address. And this is the email address that they're going to see in the from field, and also where the email is going to be coming from. And that's pretty much it for the list settings. If you want to, subscriber alerts, and anytime someone subscribes to your list, you can have yourself send a notification by putting in your email address here. But I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. Company branding, I'm going to skip that for now. It's not necessary for you to get up and online and generating leads. You can get fancy with all that stuff later. For right now, I'm just going to click on Save List Settings. And now there it says Success. Now they're going to push videos in front of you to go step by step through setting up everything that aweber would like you to have, which is all this fancy stuff. But again, it's not necessary for you to get up and running, and it will just slow you down if your objective is to just start generating leads today. You can always go back and edit and add all that stuff later. But next thing we want to do is we want to get some follow-up messages in, so our prospects get something. Once they opt in and become one of our leads, they actually get a message from us. So what you do is you just come up here to the top, click on Messages, go to Follow-up. From there you're going to see a big green button that says Add New Follow-Up Message. Click on that. And now we have to create a subject line and for our message. And then you just can write, scooch that over a little bit. Thank you for your interest in, whatever you want to say there. You can always go back and edit these, so you can't break it. Then you want to come down here. Now I always skip this HTML message part here because that's again getting fancy. Just keep it simple. You can always fix it on the road. So plain text message is where I'm going to type here. It's going to start typing some words. Okay, and here's a real quick follow-up message. Thank you for your interest in, if you have any questions about, just type whatever you want. Feel free to give me a call, put your number there and then your website address. And that's pretty much it. Then you can come down here, and because this is the first message, the interval is sent immediately, so you don't need to do anything. It says invalid link there because, I don't have anything, so let me see, I'll go back and type in a true domain name, and now that domain name is typed in, it shouldn't say that here at the bottom. Okay, send immediately, and then we're just going to go ahead and click on Save Message. Okay, and you see it says Message 1 saved. Now, you just go back and do it again and again and again as many times as you want. Just continue to add follow-up messages over and over again, same as you do in your normal sales funnel. Just regular follow-up. But this just automates the follow-up process, allowing you to follow up with 10,000 people versus the normal 10 to 15 a day, which is all you'd really be able to follow up with if in the offline world manually. Okay, so you've got your follow-up messages, and also anytime you want to edit your message, you just click on the message. You can go back in and edit it. Okay, real simple stuff. And finally, just to show you how simple this is, now that we've got our list set up, we've got our messages in there, we can go here now to Web Forms. Okay, now that we've clicked on Web Forms, we're going to click on Create New Web Form or Create Web Form here. And as we scroll down, the first part of this is going to be form details. Just type in something here so you know that this is just for your eyes only, so you know what web form this is. And leave the radio button clicked for inline. That's the most common. And for the thank you page, leave this alone for right now, just to keep it moving. You can always come back and edit this stuff later, but leave aweber's default form in here. this basically is when people fill out your form, they put in their name and email address. Aweber is now asking you, where do you want us to drop this person off? So you'd send them to whatever website that you want to send them to is what you type here. But for this video, I'm just going to leave it, aweber.com. And you can too, just to get set up fast. And you can always come back and edit this stuff as you go. But the objective is to get going, because we can always fix it on the road. Now, I'm not going to touch anything else. Any of this stuff, you can learn and read and discover about it later, but we want to get up online generating leads now. So just click on Next. And now we're in the design form side of it. Now this is what our form is going to look like if just left alone, name and email address, and that's all we want. That's perfect for now. But just to show you how to add new fields, if you wanted to add phone, you'd click on Add New Field. You'd come down here, you'd type in phone, then you click on Add, and this, we just added it, so it shoots to the top. And then you can add, address or whatever other fields that you want. And then you can come over here and click on the plus button, and then it'll bring this phone field over here. And if you want it in a different order than this, like maybe you want to collect the phone number and then the email versus email then phone, then you can just slide that up, drag it up, and then let it go. And then you can put the phone up there. And that's pretty much it. Now, if you want to add the submit button or edit the submit button, you can. I always like to say, I'll look if you make it quick. But submit works also. Let's see. I'll look if you make it quick, and that's the way your form would look like. I'm going to go ahead and kill the phone number portion of this form, and I'm going to click on Save. Okay, you're finished. You've set up your Aweber account. Now, you don't have to have 30, 40, 50 letters in your follow-up, on your follow-up series. Just start with one, and then maybe put another one after it so they get another follow-up message in 4 days. Now you've got 4 days worth of automation, You can always add letters as time goes on. The broadcast feature, I am going to cover that here real quick. Click on Broadcast, and then click on Create Broadcast Message. Okay, now what this is just like before in our follow-up messages, we typed in a subject line. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to come down here and create another plain text message. The only difference in broadcast and follow-up is broadcast allows you to send one message to your entire list one time that's not in the follow-up series. So if you've got something that you want to say today, right now, aside from what's in your follow-up messages, that's where you'd type it. You'd create a broadcast, and then you'd come down here and you'd click on the lists that you want to send this to. If it's just this one list that we created, called Bob77, but if you may have multiple lists that you want to tell people to send the message to, and with Aweber you can have multiple lists all in one account. But anyway, that's the broadcast feature. That's how it works. That's what it's for, and we'll meet you in the next video.